So lighting is a lot more than just being technical. It's storytelling. Think about when you close your eyes. Can you see anything? No, not really. But when you open it up, you get to see shadows, highlights, colors. There's a reason for that, right? So it's all about the lighting. So lighting comes in many different ways. There's available light, if you know how to use it. Small setups, which could be speedlights or continuous light. And the bigger projects, which is strobes. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I use the lighting scenarios, whether it's a small shoot, medium somewhat with some crew members, and a bigger production. So do you really need light when you shoot? Yeah, actually you do, no matter how you look at it. Imagine going into a closet, completely darkness. You can't capture anything unless there's light coming in. So whether you're a natural light shooter, there's nothing wrong with that. I love shooting natural light. Like I have a friend of mine that Jerry Guiones, he's a phenomenal natural light photographer in every way, but he does know how to incorporate flash or scrims into the scenario. So if you know how to use a natural light, it's amazing. For the higher production, you wanna get a little crazier, you can incorporate speedlights. And speedlights are anywhere between 65 watts to maybe about 80 watts. And that you can incorporate as well. And if you really want to overpower the sun, which you can technically with speedlights, you want to incorporate more of a higher wattage, 200 watts, maybe 400 watts. So lighting plays a very big part in anything that you do. So taking control of the scene. So let's talk about natural light, for example. Right now, we're technically using continuous light right now. We're not outside, but it's still considered continuous light. So sometimes I like to use a negative card or a negative field card or a reflector. So for example, I have two lights going on right now. I have my main light coming in this way, and I also have a field that's bouncing off a wall. So if I wanted to take away some of the highlight from my right, all I have to do is bring in something that is anti-reflective. See how it just became really dark? If I take it away, so that's the difference. So understanding where the light is coming from is really important. So taking control of the scene. Yes, we could shoot available light, which is great. We have light bouncing everywhere. And this is where sometimes you have to incorporate some kind of negative fill or like a reflector to take away light or to add light, and it'll create separation from the background. Now, if you want to step it up a notch, you incorporate flash. So you could use anywhere between the speedlights to strobes. And this is where you start taking really full control of the scene. Whether you put a modifier, which a modifier could be a saw box, an umbrella, any kind of diffuser, anything in front of the bulb is a modifier. And then from there, sky's the limit. And if you want to take it up to a whole different level, that's when you have a whole full team on site, a production truck, you name it, just generators everywhere, just powering the lights and having permits and so on. All right, so I'm gonna showcase exactly what I did on these last 4 shoots. Again, this is not a lighting tutorial, but it's just to show you how I utilize the scene and the gear that I had. So I showcased exactly what I used. Anywhere between available light, I ended up using the FJ80 version 2 and also the FJ 400 watt flash. So for the last shoot, I needed a lot more power. And the reason for that is because I had to fight against not only the sun and in between the sun and the rain and the clouds, so I had to overpower everything dramatically. And yes, can you technically do it with the other system? Absolutely. The difference is I needed a lot more power because I ended up using a neutral density filter, which it cut anywhere between 4 to 6 stops more. I also lost a lot of light because of the lens I was also using, and also the modifiers that I was using on the flashes. So I lost anywhere between about 10 stops about that. And that's why I need to use at least 1600 watts for this shoot. And also the distance of the flash played a very big part because we wanted to make sure we could maneuver around the location without moving the lights back and forth. When you start moving lights back and forth, you start changing the exposure. 2, we have to recalibrate or meter the lights. 3, also, we're limited where we can move back and forth. So we had to set up the lighting in a way that we could just walk around the whole scene easily. So in many cases, is 1600 watts necessary? No, absolutely not. It all depends how you shoot it. Just like anything else, you're not gonna wear your gala shoes or your high heels to go hiking. There's gonna be boots for that. And you're not gonna wear your hiking boots to go to a gala. It just is not appropriate. So again, it's all depending on what you use, no different from any camera system or flash system out there. All right, so summarizing everything again, natural light, really straightforward. You can still shoot available light, kind of like a wedding, like light and airy, taking advantage of what's around. if you're looking for that look. And if you want to take advantage of speedlights and strobes, like for example, like a wedding venue, a reception, or a corporate reception, you want to light up the room a little bit, just as a fill. You can't pump up the ISOs to 10,000, 25,000 ISO. It just doesn't make any sense. You want to get the best quality out of that sensor. And this is where you incorporate some of the speedlights as a rim lighting and as an on-camera or as a double light. And going into the whole different level, you want to incorporate some strobes and the production and stuff like that. This is when you need a team to really help you set up the lighting and really control the whole scene completely. And then from there, if you want to take it to a whole different level, is where you want to really direct the light where you want it to go. If let's say you're shooting midday, noon, the worst time of lighting during the day, this is when you want to have that extreme lighting scenario, like more than 1,000 to 1,200 or 1,500 watts. This is where you start getting that full control. And the reason why you need some of that power is because if you want to soften that light up more with the modifier, you could easily do so. So at the end of the day, these are all tools. If you want to just recreate the sun, let's just say you lost the sun completely, but if you want to make a scene feel like warm, it makes it feel like a sunset is happening with a couple, to make it feel warm and cozy and romantic, how would you be able to do that? Incorporating either a high continuous light or a flash, and you add in a gel onto it, like a warming gel, which I personally love to use a chocolate gel to recreate the sunset or sunrise feel to it. So guys, just wrapping this up, my name is Cadena. Thanks for watching, and I hope you take advantage of this because lighting has shaped not only personally in my life, but also my career.